Por aquí, por esta parte del desierto ha pasado mucha gente y sigue pasando y seguirá pasando por. I thought I was talking in English, okay. So this is the wall. This is the wall that is so controversial, and as you can see, it's not very high. And someone made a study, and he found out that it takes 45 seconds for anybody to go over the wall and cross on the other side. And not only that, there are many people in Sonora on the other side with ladders, escaleras. So at night they come and bring the ladder. A bunch of people go over, climb the ladder, and then jump on the other side, and then they take the ladder back to the town. So as you can see here, the wall, makes a perfect statement. Okay, so we're keeping, our enemies away. But then if you start looking this way, you can see that the wall ends right here. They knew that beforehand, that making people go around through the rougher terrain will cause casualties, and they knew that, and they were hoping that that will deter people from coming, but it didn't happen. People started dying, and that's the reason we are here. One poor Mexican dying out here is not important to the television channels and the newspapers, but we are here for the long run. We're not stopping. A dead site is where someone died or where some remains were found. A lot of the people are not identified because they didn't have enough information. There was no ID, there was nothing, just bones. So we're going to a couple of trails east of a ghost town called Ruby. And we're going to be walking a couple of trails, and there's some dead sites that I have found in the maps, and we're going to walk to those sites and put a cross there. One of the sites, there's no trail, so this guy apparently was on a trail at one point and he got lost. He was probably left behind or got disoriented. So we're going to try to find the spot where his body was found. So apparently he was found before he was totally consumed by animals and by the elements. We selected this site, but the site was already selected by the person who died. But by being here, we sort of made it different by our presence. And it's going to stay different because we were here. Now we're going to have to build the front here.
Oh, it's got a lot on this side, a whole lot.
So by the time they get here, they've been walking for 4, 5, 6 days from Mexico. And another thing to keep in mind is that before they crossed the border, they probably had been walking for 2 or 3 days in Mexico, get to where they were crossing. And some of them had been traveling for 2 or 3 months. If they started in Honduras, it's a long trip. So, you get to a point where you can't go anymore, and that's it. And you sit down and say, I'm going to rest, and then you get sleepy, and then you die. Cuando la gente me pregunta, alguna gente me pregunta, ¿qué hago? Yo digo, soy pintor. Entonces me dicen, deme una tarjetita con su teléfono porque quiero saber cuánto me cobra por pintar su casa. porque a ellos no se les ocurre de que soy pintor de cuadros, sino que porque soy latino, soy pintor de casas. Simplemente sin ninguna decoración, para mí no era casi suficiente. O sea que necesito darles mi toque. Un toquecito que dice, esta fue hecha por Álvaro. Porque no las firmo tampoco. Solamente las pongo ahí y quién va a pensar quién hizo esto y por qué lo hizo. No tiene que ver nada con la religión. Y no es, I'm not, I don't have anything against religion. It's just that I'm not a believer, you know, I'm not a person of faith. So I have to create a cross that is sort of, what's the word, secular. Hay un tren que sale de Nogales y va a Tucson, es un tren de carga. Y generalmente, cuando pueden, los migrantes se trepan a ese tren y van por fuera, no van adentro, sino van por fuera en alto peligro, corren un alto riesgo. Y entonces esta señora, es una señora, que es lo que a mí cuando es la muerte de una mujer me molesta mucho más. Según el médico, esta señora llevaba su mochila y la mala suerte de ella ese día, la mochila se agarró de alguna cosa y la estranguló. Este lugar me interesa mucho porque lo vi hace unas cuantas semanas y siempre es como una piedrita en el zapato que me molesta de que haya sucedido. Anteriormente no tuve el valor para ir ese día a hacerlo porque no me sentía bien. Esa muerte me había trastornado. Pero hoy voy a tratar de hacerlo. We're looking for 01052.
Got it.
How you doing? Okay.
U.S. citizens?
Yeah.
All right, guys. Have a good day.
See you, man. This, in a way, is sacred space, you know, we sort of no one knows that this thing happened here. We are the only ones that, and the people who picked them up, but for them it's a job. But we are the only ones who knew what happened here. So a big break in the link of something just happened here, where kids will grow without a parent, you know. So it's a tragedy. It's just one little tragedy that has repercussions for years and years to come. That family will never be the same, you know. And this is the thing that is so sad about this whole thing. And you know, just putting a cross here is the only thing that I can do. So this is it, sort of putting a cross here, hoping that, you know, someone will see it and say, what happened here? Maybe someone died here.